Trapped in Paradise. So we'll get this thing going here in just a second. Yeah, Elijah hasn't seen this intro yet. Again, they can see and hear you. We're
I don't like that.
I mean, I think this is supposed to be.
So, can our Twitch viewers see it?
Yeah.
They can see it and us.
Yep. I'm about to pull it up. I'll show you. This is what they can see right now. So we can center this camera. This is what they can see right now.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah. Alright, let's get some up here. We're not.
Oh, I'm supposed to scoop?
I mean,
Who's scoops?
I guess me.
I move, you move.
Move the mic also.
it's too bad you can't. You can see it. It's lagging because I'm doing both at once. It's too bad.
Oh, you can hear the back here. This is really 3 minutes.
Something like that. This is on our YouTube.
That's from raising yours up.
I said, put the bunny back.
Oh, there. Wicker Man. Cannot wait to watch that one. Have you seen it? I don't think so.
I'd like to take his face. Sorry, I was such a saint before, and Frank now.
Yes, I like how I'm paired with
Yeah, it's you and Mindy.
a lot of lag on it.
Yeah. Was that from Drive Angry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did y'all already watch that one?
Mhm.
Yes.
Sweet.
Hey, look, it's us again.
Yeah.
We watched Raising
So
Arizona.
that's on our YouTube channel too, so you can watch that anytime. It's cool. I watch it like almost every day.
Because you hype or.
I just love it. We have some really good videos on our YouTube page actually. And then I'll just go back to the full screen here. Should pop up here in just a second. There we go.
There it is.
Hey y'all.
There we are. There's Vindy.
Yeah. You can't really see the poster too well because there's a glare on it. But that's Sir Nicolas Cage in the background there. He's supervising the stockings. I haven't gotten a frame for him yet, so I still got the plastic on it. That's why it's kind of glaring, but we will remedy that. Yeah. We got Elijah, Panda, Vindy. Wait, Vindy. Harold,
That's, yep.
Gage and Cage. What's up, y'all?
We watched some Trapped in Paradise.
Yeah.
And
Hell of a movie, huh?
Yeah.
it was wild.
I would describe it as zany.
Yes.
Zany. Yeah, I think that's a good word. Like, it's zany.
Yeah.
Zany Christmas film.
Especially Dana Carvey's character. He is like
Yeah.
the definition of zany.
Yeah.
Which he's good at.
We took the gravy and just poured it over everything.
Yeah.
It slaps the jar.
Well, I think that's part of it. So he's like a kleptomaniac.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he was just stealing gravy.
Maybe. He just
Or
really liked that
or he
good
likes
gravy.
food. He's a kleptomaniac that is also a foodie.
And they've been in prison, so, you
Yeah, he
know,
just
a
wants to-
home-cooked meal,
He wants
first
to enjoy
one.
food, yeah. As far as Nic Cage goes, I liked it. I liked Nic Cage in this movie.
I liked
I
it.
don't think you could have put anyone else in this role, really.
No.
I think you
wouldn't have worked
could
as
have,
well.
but they would have played it a lot more straight.
A lot more straight.
Yeah.
So it would have made it if Nicolas Cage was not in this movie, it would have made this movie. I mean, it was already kind of a. There's a reason we haven't heard of it, but Nicolas Cage actually made it more interesting because he is so different. Like I think he was trying to play like the straight-laced guy, but he just didn't.
Yeah, because it's Nic Cage.
So had you gotten someone like, you know,
In mid-90s,
like Ben Affleck, or I guess it's kind of a comedy. So he could have.
He's done some comedies.
I mean, this is too early for Ben Affleck, isn't it? 95, 96.
Or
He's
like,
around. It's a little early, but he
Mel
was
Gibson.
around.
like George Clooney, maybe.
Yeah,
But no, I know. I just can't think of anybody else who would have.
yeah.
Is this post or pre-Oscar Nic Cage?
Yeah, what year is this?
90.
Because he won. He won.
No, they said it was like a 95 Bronco that they were driving. Let's look it up.
Yeah.
I already pulled it up on
Oh,
here.
you did?
Mm-hmm.
Trivia.
Because I
94.
94.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was a brand new car that they were driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Brand new cars back then kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Is that a
Dana Carvey really committed to. He's like, all right, I'm gonna
He did.
be like a borderline retarded, like Brooklyn goofy guy the whole
Klepto,
time.
yeah.
And he just like
Yeah, after the first scene, I was like, he's really gonna go with this the whole scene.
Yeah.
I think you actually said that. You
Yeah.
were like, oh, he was really going with it.
I
And he
mean,
does.
that's Dana
He
Carvey, man.
commits.
He's a character actor,
is.
you know.
Yeah.
And he's one of the best. I mean, he's fucking amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
like impersonations and just doing like. I love his. Have y'all ever heard his Paul McCartney impersonation that he does?
No.
He does good Paul McCartney.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, he does all the Beatles, but his
Didn't-
Paul's really good.
Didn't he do a movie where he was like a bunch of different characters in it?
Master of Disguise.
Master of Disguise, yeah.
Mhm.
I remember that from like the
It's like-
90s or early
And
2000s.
another
Yeah.
one of those like people think of it as a garbage movie, probably kind of like this one,
Mhm.
but you know, it's
I remembered
entertaining.
it.
It's an entertaining
It,
movie.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like my favorite thing that he's done, but they definitely were playing on the fact that Dana Carvey has like a million characters, and they decided to just make a movie about it, which makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's legit, man, and he's still out there. He's still working. He's still doing shit. He's still doing impressions. I heard him the last time I heard him was maybe about a year or two ago. He did Conan O'Brien's podcast. Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend.
Oh, it's a good podcast.
And Conan was impersonating John Lennon, and Dana Carvey was impersonating Paul McCartney, speaking to John Lennon in the afterlife, trying to describe what like modern life is like. And he was talking about like Kardashians and how everyone has a television in their pocket. He's like, well, John, everyone's got, and then there's these things called Kardashians. They're really out, it's cool. It's great. I love Conan too. He's great. Great guy. He's original. He's been around forever. And, a hard worker too, man. Conan O'Brien fucking hustles.
Yeah. So, Zen, you made a comment about this movie that I kind of liked from earlier, where you were like, this is the kind of movie where something happens and then you're like, but how or why? And you're like, never mind. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't really make sense. I mean, it makes sense, but it's just like so outlandish, but it's
Well, something you and I do a lot when we watch movies is we like to pick it apart.
yeah.
And we'll be like, oh, that doesn't fucking
Like,
make sense. Like, he wanted to do that, or he wanted to do that. And we
Yeah.
were kind of doing that with this movie, but then eventually,
just like, it's
within
just-
like 10 minutes in, you're like,
Nah.
this isn't
You
one of
can't.
those movies that's supposed to make sense.
It's, it knows it's a goofy ass movie. They got Jon
Yeah.
Lovitz and Dana Carvey. Jon Lovitz did good too.
Which there's got to be some freedom in that writing, too. Because once you're writing this, it's like, oh, wait, none of this has to make sense. Like, anything, like, even at the very beginning, when the two brothers are getting, they're in their parole hearing, they're in their parole hearings together.
Yeah.
Like, they're both getting heard for potential to get, released on parole, but they're allowed to do it as a team. It's like Step Brothers when
yeah.
they try to interview as a team. We're here to fuck shit up. Speaking of Step Brothers,
Yeah, the guy, the dad in it.
yeah, the dad from Step Brothers is in this.
And is very similar character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
honestly,
just a cop instead of a doctor.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but same person, pretty much.
It's been a while since I've seen Step Brothers. I'm gonna watch it again.
Oh, it's
fantastic.
so good. So good.
Holds up.
As a Christmas movie, I think, not bad.
I do like. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert! If you've not seen this movie, you can go ahead and pause this now. Go watch it. It's awesome. I'm not gonna say it's an awesome movie, but it's worth watching. It's definitely entertaining.
It's an entertaining Nic Cage movie. Every single one we've seen so far is entertaining.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, now that we have the spoiler thing out of the way, I do like how early on in the movie they establish that Nic Cage has a conscience.
Yeah.
Because he finds a wallet on the ground, and his instinct is to steal it, and even like steal a guy's identity and shit. But he's looking through the wallet, and he sees pictures of the guy's kids in there, and he's like, "Ah, shit!" So he feels bad stealing from a good person.
But doesn't he still steal it, though?
He says he puts it in a mailbox.
Did he take the money?
We don't know that.
Because he went to confession for something. I mean, if you put somebody's money in their mailbox with like their wallet and everything, you wouldn't need to go to confession for that.
He might have snuck like 100 out or something.
Snuck.
There's like a couple hundreds, which, by the way, who carries like $800 cash in their wallet?
Probably people like my bosses.
Maybe people in the 90s did.
In the 90s, yeah.
Oh, yeah, before credit cards.
They had
and stuff,
to,
really.
the credit card machines, then it was like a whole process that you had to do. So it probably was more common, especially if you were rich.
Man, it's too bad that there's a glare up on our Lord and Savior.
Yeah, we got to get that fixed ASAP.
We got these guys, though.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
I've been messing with this one a little bit. He's got
yeah, a little demon
hang on.
action going.
It's amazing.
It's
You just want him to pop out and go like, "Ugh. What's your name?
I'm gonna buy you a drink.
I'm going to buy you a drink."
Can't say no to that. Nic Cage offers to buy you a drink.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell no.
That was from Leaving Las Vegas.
No, I'm sure.
Which I think is I can't pick one favorite that we've done so far, but that one is definitely a contender. Leaving Las Vegas.
Leaving Las Vegas is such a great movie. But
Well, this is my favorite Nick Cage Christmas movie so far.
Same.
This is the first one that we've done, right?
I think the other one is The Family Man.
Yeah, that one will wait till next Christmas.
Next Christmas.
We'll still be doing this next Christmas.
Yeah.
Panda put a blood tear.
One single blood tear.
I'm gonna fix him. We're not gonna keep Demon Nick over here. That's better. Just the rest of the stream, I have people joining right now. They're just like, "What is happening?"
Ow!
That was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
The car crash. We're just like, someone died.
Ow!
And then he just gets out of the car and he goes,
Ow!
Yeah. The whole ass car goes off a bridge and lands on the top. Smushes it.
No, first they nosedive and then it flips upside down.
It crushes the top, and then we're like, okay.
someone would have died here.
All of a sudden, Nic Cage gets out, and he's just like, ow! Ow!
And
he's more pissed than hurt.
Yeah.
He's more pissed off, yeah.
The mom in this movie was probably... Obviously, Nic Cage is my favorite, but she was a close contender. Yeah.
The way she just was, when the actual criminal showed up and take her with them, and she just gives them a hard time.
Yeah, and she's the only one that actually sounds like she could be from New York.
It's true.
Really?
Because maybe Jon Lovitz sounds like he could be from New York.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Dana Carvey he wasn't really doing an accent, really. He was trying to do a character.
Jon Lovitz, he creeps me out.
Just a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. I don't know why. He just creeps me out, though.
And then Nic Cage, of course, I don't know what accent he was going for.
Again, it's like the vampire's kiss, but every now and then there'd be a twinge or a twang of New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Brooklyn, but
with a taste of vampire's kiss.
Yeah.
He was trying to do that old school sound again. I think in Vampires because he was going for a
They make fun of
50s
him
actor.
in it, which was great to see other actors acknowledging the way he's talking. Because Jon Lovitz and Dana Carvey, they both, as brothers in the movie, they make fun of one of the lines that he says, because he says a very Nicolas Cage-esque line.
Points to something about being paranoid or something.
Right.
Yeah, I forget exactly what.
And
Here,
then-
I can try to pull it up, but
It's just gonna go through the ads again.
Oh yeah.
yeah. But still, I thought that was interesting that they actually, because I haven't seen that. We haven't seen that in a movie yet. I don't think where
Not
they
yet.
actually
Smash him.
where they actually like call him out for talking weird. And all it took was Jon Lovitz and
It's gonna jump
Dana
backwards
Carvey.
because of the ad stuff.
It is.
That's okay.
I feel like once you watch the movie the first time, the full way through, like on this with ads, you should get like the next run through with no ads.
Yeah.
Just a personal, just a thought.
It was refreshing for me seeing Dana Carvey and Jon Lovitz while they were still like kind of young and active
I
and
know.
stuff. Because you never really hear from those guys much anymore, especially Jon Lovitz. He's kind of dropped off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing now.
He's probably like semi-retired. I'm sure he's on a
Probably.
podcast or something.
Oh yeah. And honestly, like I'm not super familiar with Dana Carvey. Like I know a few of them, but it took me a second, like in that first scene when they're getting like paroling or whatever. I was like, is that Dana Carvey? Like he's so young here.
The scene where they put her in the trunk.
Oh, that's the best one. This is a good roasting movie. Also, like there's some good roasts in there. She calls him dumb as a box of hair, which I like, and I've now added it on my list of things to use as
Never
insults.
heard that one before. She calls her sons gorillas too.
Yeah.
This is just so ridiculous. I mean, like they're on a river and a rowboat.
Yeah. I'm
They,
thinking
they ride on a
suddenly-
horse.
And then Dana Carvey's character falls in, and suddenly it's a whitewater
Yeah.
river. Like, what the heck?
Yep. Just,
Why is it suddenly a
So-
super
he goes
rough river?
flying, like they hit a branch and he goes like flying over like 5 feet. Like, God damn, this is so absurd.
there's a lot of modes of transportation that they use in this.
Yeah, there's a helicopter.
Well, they don't use that, but
They're
cars,
trying to
boats,
get in a
horses, buses.
It's steal a horse.
Yeah, and steal a horse and sleigh.
Oh, there it is.
I
And
think I passed that.
Elijah,
Uh-oh.
you made another interesting point. You're like, this whole movie hinges on people being fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like from the beginning.
I feel like comedies back then were just like
They
a
were.
lot of it were just,
Yeah.
people had to be stupid for it to work.
Kind of, yeah.
Like, thinking back to I don't know, what was the Chevy Chase, the Christmas Vacation stuff, the National Lampoons.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, that's good.
Which I guess
yeah,
this
they
is,
were all stupid.
I think that's kind of what this was trying to be in a way.
Maybe a little, yeah.
Also, they're all smoking inside. Like the dude lights up a cigarette in the bank. That was pretty cool.
So I can remember being little and like, this is really where I come from, but being in a food country, my mom's smoking in a grocery store.
Yeah, you go back to when they're in the bank.
Sorry, you're talking about people smoking in the grocery
Yeah,
store?
I can remember being little, and that was like, I can remember people smoking in the food country. And even as a teenager, you could smoke in like Subways and like different restaurants, which is really gross. Ryan's had a
That's what I
smoking
remember.
box.
Smoking area, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the scene where they make fun of not John Travolta, fucking Nicolas Cage.
What series are we doing now?
Strangers. It's very funny. I show them a picture of Ma, and they start shooting at me.
It's weird. It's weird. Yeah.
Do you have any idea why?
Maybe it was a bad picture.
Oh,
Ow! Ow! Ow!
who are they?
Hey, Bill, I mean, were they alone?
I said there were two of them.
There's nobody else with them?
I just said there were two of them.
They were alone.
I just said there were two of them.
Oh, good.
What do you mean, oh, good?
I mean, what do I mean, Dave? He means that if there were more than two, you could have been hurt. Three's bad, that's right.
I'm getting this feeling that you're not telling me something.
You know, this feeling you're getting is paranoia.
I don't think so.
You will think again. Come on, let's just go.
There it is.
There it is. So that was great. Nicolas Cage did one of his moments, and then his supporting actors they made fun of him for it on screen. That was awesome.
I don't know if it was making fun of him, but it was just like
Well, because he talks like
matching the energy.
Well,
really.
yeah. Well, he does that type of thing in most of the movies that we've seen with him. There's usually a scene where I fucking talk like this because that's what he does, and they fucking like mimicked him. And I just thought that was great that they captured a Nicolas Cage emotion, or what do you call that? One of his things, and they
Ism.
they messed with it a little bit. So that I like that a lot.
I don't think that this movie would have been nearly as enjoyable with somebody else playing Nicolas Cage.
I agree.
Like
his roles, that was a Nick Cage role.
Yeah. People like.
Well, it just would have been another shitty '90s movie, which it is.
It is.
It still is. But he adds another element to it that
it gets a few extra points
because it's Nick Cage.
Yeah, because it's Nick Cage and he does.
Otherwise, it would have been.
It would have been really hard to watch.
It would have.
It would have been a movie that a couple SNL guys are in. That they got a serious actor in as well.
I wonder if.
Well, I'm trying to think who else they could have gotten instead.
Mike Myers.
Oh,
no,
and this is before his time, but still.
But does he really play the straight man though?
Not really.
In the movies, like what?
I'm trying to think of who else could have done it. I don't know. If
Mike Myers can do the straight man.
I can't remember what movie he's done straight man in.
I can't either.
Do you remember when Kanye West said that George Bush hates black people when he was live on TV with Mike Myers? He was the straight man then.
He was just because it was an awkward situation for everybody.
Touche. That was good. That was good.
Hey, I was there, man. I synced it. That shit was fucking crazy.
They can't break back into the bank, so they drop it off at the. Who would have thought to drop it off at the church?
Nicolas Cage.
I still don't really
Look
get
at him
that.
run. Look at what is that run he's doing?
It's Dana Carvey committing.
No, that was Nick Cage running like that.
Like
no,
no, that's Nick Cage.
Oh
running
shit,
like
that is Nick Cage. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah. Why did he run like that?
Maybe he felt really good because they just did a good thing, so he's all like.
I guess that's what it's supposed to be because they just dropped off the money.
Watch. It's Nick Cage.
It
watch,
is.
Watch him high stepping it. Watch.
I thought it was Dana Carvey being funny,
Look
but
it over there,
I think you're right.
Sorry.
It's because they're feeling good. So he's all
yeah.
But it's still hilarious.
He's still doing it.
Get inside of the Jeep, or I'll blow your heads off.
Oh gosh, there was something I was gonna say. Oh, Dana Carvey's like quilted sweater. If y'all ever seen one of those, it's like the old granny like quilts. Like, be sure to buy that for me.
Send it to us.
Yeah.
And if you find like one of those really big tall hats, too.
Honestly, the missed opportunity there. Missed fucking opportunity. I thought, because it sticks straight up Dana Carvey's hat, I thought that like they were eventually going to make a joke where he's like stolen something and stuffed it up there.
Hat, yeah.
Oh, opportunity missed.
Opportunity missed. Like, he's a klepto the whole movie. He's got this funny looking hat that's got extra room up here. And I was
it should have been
just
something
waiting
that comes
for
in
it.
handy, like later on. You know?
Yeah.
Like kind of like that scene where he pulls out the ski mask, which doesn't really make sense that he even did that.
Yeah.
But like, that was up there the whole time.
Oh, why didn't you mention it? I stole this from, you know, whoever.
Beginning of the movie. Yeah, and it all comes back full circle.
Like, oh, I'm so glad you're a klepto.
Yeah.
I still don't get why they gave it to the church. Like, that's my one big gripe here.
Because nothing in this movie made any sense.
I can get on with everything else not making sense, except for giving it to the church. Because, like...
Wait, did the church give it back?
It doesn't really go into
I guess you kind of
that.
have to, legally.
He did bring the box
Well,
to the...
Maybe that's why. It's because it's a public place. They morally have to, give it back.
Well, we won't go into, like, churches and morals, but
I think that's what they're
the
thinking.
gist of it is like, oh...
Well, because he's a church-going guy.
And they helped him out of the river. That's all. Yeah, so it's like the church people that help him out of the river and give him new clothes.
I think they chose that because they thought they could trust them.
Okay. But why not take it to the banker's house who you know is like, oh, well, this is like the people's money.
But had they done that, they would have had those robbers waiting for him and they would have gotten robbed.
No, the bank person's house, not the bank. They would have been waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, because they were being held hostage at that time.
Big brain time. Good job.
I mean, it's if they wouldn't have known that, but that's what would have happened.
Yeah.
And then they'd have to write something else for this movie to.
Right. Right.
And this movie already went on for 2 hours. So.
It did. It was surprisingly long. Like, not that I wanted it to end, but I was like, when we checked the time and it still had like a half hour left, I was like, holy
I was surprised.
shit.
I was surprised. I thought it's gonna wrap up real soon, but
no,
this could have been a lot shorter.
I think it would have been a little better had they made it shorter.
Definitely, they
Like,
could have
enjoyed.
They could have cut some of the scraps.
You could have enjoyed it for what it was and not been like, okay. And given Mom some more scenes. She's a funny old New York lady who called somebody dumb as a box of hair, which I love.
I don't get it.
and she started singing.
It's just like dumb as a box of rocks, but hair.
But it's
like,
hair, yeah.
Like
What would
hair
you do
is-
with what would you do with a box of hair? Think about it. It's dumb to
Yeah,
have a box
yeah,
of hair.
yeah.
That's why it makes sense. See?
I mean, maybe you could do something with a box of hair. I mean, if you're
I don't know.
if you're like up in the, if you're in like a plane crash and you're like up in the mountains and you're starving to death and all you got is a box of hair, there's two things you can do with it. One, bundle up, keep warm. Two, eat it for subsistence.
Substance.
Subsistence.
For sustenance.
Mm-hmm. So you can sustain yourself.
New Nic Cage movie idea. He's trapped in the Andes, and all he has is a box of hair.
Yeah.
I would watch that for sure.
I would watch anything Nic Cage is in now.
That, to be honest, yeah.
Honestly, now, yeah.
I really liked how this movie, how they have like good morals and stuff. Like I like the message. Basically these guys, like the three brothers, like it's their nature to steal and kind of do like petty like crimes and stuff. But I like that when they are surrounded by such goodness that they just can't commit crimes. Like when the people that they just rob for all this money take them in on Christmas night. Obviously, they didn't know that they had done it, but still, they take them in and they're feeding them. And then on the way out the door, they're like, "Here, take some money, like for the road," and like shit like that is like, oh, like I can't, like they're such good-hearted, like awesome people that even if it's your
Except for Jon Lovitz.
yeah,
At the end, everybody's like, "Okay, we're gonna give our share back," and he's like, "No."
Yeah, but eventually he comes around. He's like,
I don't trust him.
No, you shouldn't.
I don't trust Jon Lovitz one bit.
No, you really shouldn't.
I think Nic Cage might have done it on purpose. I still get Cary Grant from Arsenic and Old Lace vibes from this movie.
I don't know. I've never seen that.
It's a good older movie. It's like a Halloween type movie where a guy's gonna leave. He's gonna elope with his fiance, and he finds out his two aunts are killing old single men and burying them in their cellar as like a charity thing because they're crazy. So they ask if these men are lonely and don't have families, and they poison them with arsenic in their elderberry wine, and they bury them in the cellar. It's funny. Like, they play it for
I would
laughs.
like to see that.
It's a funny movie, but just the way he reacts to things and acts in this movie kind of reminds me of Cary Grant in that movie.
Okay.
And I think he might be doing it on purpose a little bit.
Okay.
Because knowing how much Nic Cage knows about movies, he probably knows about that movie.
Oh yeah.
I'm ready to gauge. You
All
ready to
right.
gauge? I would give this movie a 3.5. Because it just it hinges on people being dumb. It is one of those like staples of the comedies of the time, and it could have some of the fat could have been cut. And his Nic Cage performance, I'll give it 4 out of 5.
Okay.
He did pretty good.
He did pretty good.
I enjoyed Nic Cage in this movie. And he always elevates the movie he's in.
Oh, nice,
Definitely.
elegant. I like it.
I mean, he carried this one, which is
For sure.
like
Which is
and
most
Dana
of them.
Carvey.
Dana Carvey did good. Their mom did good, but he still made a movie. He made a good movie.
Zen.
I think 3.5 is generous. I enjoyed it a lot, but this movie, I'll give it a 3 out of 5, which I think is also generous. But that's only because I enjoyed it. But it's just so dumb. And so just like dumb 90s. Like it's really hard to like a movie like this. Again, the only thing that held it together for me was Nicolas Cage and his performance. There were a couple other things that were pretty good, but like he was like he kept it interesting. So Nic Cage performance, there's Tripod.
Oh,
The dog.
baby.
Three-legged dog. Gosh, I don't know. Yeah, I'll give him a 4 out of 5 as well. So basically the same score, but a little bit less on the movie. Just a little bit less. Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I give the movie I really wasn't my favorite.
It's not a great movie.
I give it a 2.5 overall because I didn't care for it. And like honestly, it's only a 2.5 because of Nicolas Cage. I give Nic Cage a 4 out of 5 because had he not been in this movie, it would have gotten 0.
You hear that, Nicolas Cage? You still got it.
Like, and Nic Cage is
we love you,
amazing.
Nick.
So I can't rate the movie higher than like a 2.5 because I just don't like it. But with what he had to work with and what he was given, yeah, Mindy agrees.
Yeah, Mindy.
You know, I give him a 4 out of 5 because this really would have been a pile of crap. But he did well, and as Elijah said, elevated the movie from steaming turd to
Shiny turd.
like a shark.
Oh, okay.
Like not
All right.
Yeah, so that's that for my gauging.
How about some quick trivia for this?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
fun.
yeah, so they can see us and the trivia on
That's
here.
fun.
The town trapped in paradise had to appear virtually buried in snow, so they were trapped and couldn't leave. So they supplemented real snow with 75,000 pounds of custom-made biodegradable potato flakes from Idaho.
65,000 pounds.
Potato flakes, huh? Well, that's an interesting bit of news. This is kind of off topic, but then it made me immediately think about Japan has a potato shortage right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're limiting the amount of French fries that McDonald's can sell or something. But I just thought about all the French fries that they could have made with all of those potato flakes.
They'd probably still be good by now too.
Probably.
I
way
like that
McDonald's.
second. I like that second fact right there.
According to Jon Lovitz, director George Gallo did not actually direct much and told the cast to do whatever they wanted. According to Lovitz, Nic Cage actually directed some of the film because Gallo refused to give direction.
I wonder if he's any relation to Vincent Gallo. Is that his name? Anyway.
Who's that?
He's done a couple of movies. Buffalo. Oh gosh.
Damn. Sorry, I keep reading ahead some words.
No,
More
it's okay.
facts.
He's done some good movies. The Brown Bunny, Buffalo 66.
You want to do the next one?
Jon Lovitz claims that the cast hated making the movie so much they took to calling it trapped in bullshit.
Oh,
I mean, I could get that.
but how do you read that script and then be like, I'm gonna? I guess if the paycheck's good,
Yeah, it was probably Dana Carvey and Jon Lovitz.
so they probably got a
Because
pretty good paycheck.
they were like
for that.
SNL guys, and someone wrote it for them,
Yeah.
and they were probably like, okay, and then they, But yeah, once you get in it and you realize what a dumb movie you're making, I could get that.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when you have like no direction, you're just like, fuck. I like the next one.
Tripod was added to the script when the director saw the dog and its owner among spectators watching the filming.
Oh, he's just a baby.
They're like, hey, I want your dog. Dana Carvey's character is loosely based on his character speaking style on a young
You
Mickey
really do
Rourke.
have to pick it. I saw that, like, that's the first one that jumped out at me.
Who's Mickey Rourke?
He's an actor. He played in The Wrestler, I think. No, is that right? Do I
Or
have,
was
I
that
might
Nick
be
Nolte?
wrong.
No, maybe it was.
No, I don't think it's Nick Nolte. I think that's Mickey Rourke.
No, Nick Nolte was in Warrior, which is another good fighting
But
movie.
he's as You can look him up. You'll know who I'm talking about. I think if that I could have that completely wrong.
That's okay. It's filmed the river
Well,
scenes.
they
Huh?
did a lot of like random environmental work for this
Yeah.
movie.
Oh.
Crews had to remove large ice blocks from the Grand River in Elora, Ontario, as the river was frozen in midwinter and were stacked by the riverbank. Local residents were worried that the ice blocks would flow downriver and damage structures such as the West Montrose Kissing Bridge, the last covered bridge in Ontario.
That's random, but cool.
The film was the first that both Dana Carvey and Jon Lovitz had worked on together after leaving SNL.
Aww. Well,
So,
reunion.
This is
Post SNL.
Mike Myers' time then too, because Mike
Yeah.
Myers was around for Dana Carvey on SNL, wasn't he? For sure,
I feel like it was, but
because they did Wayne's World on SNL.
This was the fourth film starring Nic Cage in 1994. That's crazy. Four films in 1 year.
I mean,
Red Rock West.
she keeps that pace up pretty often.
where
Garden.
does it say that? Where does it say that it was in one? Oh, never mind. Just kidding.
1994.
I was one behind.
Red Rock West. Yeah, I skipped that one. Which was on the shelf for 2 years before they released. I've never heard of that one. Guarding Tests and It Could Happen to You. I've never heard of any of those movies.
No, me either.
We're gonna watch all three of them.
Are we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have to.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's Cage and Cage, man.
Okay.
We gotta watch,
All right.
those three.
It's like, what's this about again?
Yeah, what you guys are forgetting? Harold saying John Travolta, and then realizing it's Nic Cage, and then this is the series where we watch a Nic Cage movie and we gauge it, Cage and Cage. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Dana Carvey based certain facial mannerisms of Mickey Rourke, who Nicolas Cage appeared with in Rumblefish. There's another movie you guys to watch.
Oh, yeah, because he's originally a Coppola.
Yep.
Okay, that was some
Well,
interesting.
those first couple ones were pretty cool, though. Continuity mistake.
Oh, it's a mistake in the movie.
Oh no, continuity error.
I mean, I can name a couple.
That's okay. You know what? That's just the problem with editing, and apparently this movie was a nightmare to make. So
While Bill waits for his brothers in the
Oh.
car, he looks towards the store and watches his brothers inside. The first shot of his perspective of looking at the store, there's a reggae black man walking by. Okay. Then it switches back to Bill's face, then again at the store, and the man walks by the window a second time in the same direction.
Okay,
No.
I just want to point out there's a bigger mistake in this movie, and that's that Dana Carvey and the dude from the church just got pulled out of a fucking river, and they're dry. Dana
Yeah.
Carvey might be considered moist if you're being generous. That's
Yeah,
the bigger mistake.
his hair is wet,
Like-
but their clothes are not wet.
Yeah. Somebody really
And they're
took
wearing
the time to point that out, but didn't get the whole, like, pulled out of
pulled out
a
of
river,
river
and they're not,
they're
like,
dry.
iced over and they're dry. Like, come on. Do your homework.
Oh, and then when Bill gets out of the car, the guy walks by again. Maybe that guy's just walking back and
we're
forth.
just walking around. You know.
Yeah.
This is a thing.
It is, especially in downtowns.
That was dumb. Do better. Who did that? Moviemistakes.com. I rate that website 1 out of 5. Just out of what we know. Oh, excuse me. I have hiccups and I'm coughing.
Yeah, you're struggling.
Plot. Here, you guys help me out here.
Okay.
What?
And in some cultures, Nicolas Cage, Jon Lovitz, and Dana Carvey could be considered a holy trinity.
That's true.
But, like,
This looks like a blog
What?
post about
a holy trinity is the mother... wait.
Father,
The Son...
Holy
No,
Ghost.
the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. So, what the fuck? I don't get it. Is there something I'm missing here?
No, I don't understand either. I think this is just
Like-
this is just a guy's blog post about this movie. What is it?
This guy, his goal is to have every single Nicolas Cage movie on his blog. Oh no,
Oh,
Captain
no.
Cage.
He went behind the.
He was
Wait, it
displeased.
hasn't happened. There it goes.
Yeah. We'll get him back. He's just hiding.
He might be gone forever.
Should probably be a go-go. I don't understand any of this guy's like.
Okay.
He uses some weird.
No, this is my favorite part. The wallet being kicked around. I want to see an entire movie from the wallet's perspective. Sort of like a Pixar thing. In fact, maybe this will be one of the ideas I pitched to Pixar if they ever agree to meet with me.
I actually like that. It'd be cute. Little Wally, the wallet.
There's already a Wally, and
I know,
but no, I don't like that idea at all.
I'm glad Dana Carvey's character is here to laugh at the movie's jokes. Somebody has to.
Excuse me.
The mini freak out about ring dings is pretty solid. True.
Stop jacking off. Okay, I like that.
Way to have a consistent accent here, Nick.
Oh, it's a snippet. Oh, he said I'm gonna have it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would love to see that snippet just like and send it to people at random times. Like,
That can be arranged.
hey,
Mm-hmm.
Glad to see what. Glad to find out what happened to Beavis and Butthead when they grew up.
Oh, he talks about his accent.
Yeah.
they do, yeah.
If his accents were whatever, y'all can read. This is dumb.
I mean,
It's a blog post about it.
yeah. I mean, I can't say that it's less like.
Yeah, there it is. The Vampire's Kiss.
Oh,
We talked about all of these.
Oh yeah, I'm glad somebody else caught that. It wasn't just us.
Apparently, there are other people that have done what we're doing.
Shocking.
But we're
Well,
doing
they haven't
doing
done-
a stream series though.
Yeah.
That's right. They've only done blogs.
Yeah.
So step it up, internet.
Or don't let us be the only ones. That's cool too.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll beat
And,
you.
I mean, Nick Cage watches us every week too. So it's just
Yeah,
like-
so there's that.
Do we have our watcher this week? I didn't see anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, Nick Cage is
Stop.
here.
Who is that? I
It's
need
Nick
to
Cage.
know.
Dude, are you not listening to anything that we're
we
saying?
say he's
I
here.
need proof.
Okay, well,
he doesn't have to prove himself. It's okay.
yeah.
If he wants to watch us silently, that's on that's his decision.
Maybe he's having like issues, just like figuring out his
He can't use the
keyboard.
chat. He
He's
can't
not.
figure it.
What?
I don't know. Have you ever seen Nick Cage use a computer?
He says he's said in
Is
an
it-
interview before he's not good with computers.
It's okay, buddy. It's fine.
All right,
He
we still
probably
love you,
just has it
Lovitz.
automatically set to just start playing like when we go
Whatever, yeah.
live.
He had his assistant set it up, so just like
Yeah, he's got people.
he's
for
got
that.
people.
So sorry, man. We didn't mean to delve too
No,
much
no,
into
no,
your
no,
personal
no.
life, but yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
We do it for you.
we do it.
You should come on
All
the
for
show
the
sometime.
Cage.
Yeah, we're gonna have him on sometime. So just reach out to our people.
You're welcome in our home anytime.
Your people reach out to our people, and ooh, Captain Crunch.
Wait,
the
go back.
sunglasses.
Go back.
Go back a little bit. You're allowed to say the word retarded if you say it in a really bad Jersey accent.
Apparently,
Ooh. No, I think it was just like a 90s thing.
Yeah, it's definitely
they were
1994.
still allowed to use that word back then.
Yeah. Today you would get kicked out of Hollywood or something.
All right. There were a lot of Nick Cage and aneurysms. Is that right?
Isms.
Isms.
Aneurysms. No, he didn't
Yeah,
have
and yours, you don't want one of
Isms.
those.
He didn't have an aneurysm.
I wanted to rate him higher than 4 out of 5, but the movie's just so bad that it drags him down.
He brings the movie up, but the movie drags him down, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I mean, we did get a lot of those Nick Cage isms
Yeah.
that we love to see,
But
and a lot of them. Like it wasn't just like spread out like here and there. It was like every other scene you'd get a good one.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think my ratings are going to stay the same.
Oh, he flips the table. They're gonna that's chef's kiss.
George
was-
Gallo Jr. does not look like
Nope.
that. By the way, we looked it up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just some guy.
Why?
I don't know.
Why is
It's
it
just
like
their-
They
that?
probably didn't have a picture of him, so they just picked like a stock.
This is what
stock
Abercrombie
photo.
and Fitch
Yeah,
screen grabbed it.
yeah, he's like a fat old guy with like a
he
goatee.
picked the guy. He picked that picture.
he
picked his own
did.
picture.
He definitely did. But yeah,
Oh, he did Bad Boys for Life,
that's like the third in that installment.
or he was
right?
connected to it,
Con-
whatever
like
that
the
means.
producers.
I was connected to it too because I watched it. I mean, shit.
Can I make some money off of
Listen.
this movie.
Okay, nothing else going on here. Okay. There is one other thing I wanted to mention. I want to save it till the end because it's a surprise.
Woo!
But our people have actually been very busy, and we got our first sponsorship.
Yeah.
So, since we are now sponsored, we have to say this. This episode, Gage and Cage, sorry, we're sellouts, we had to do it. But we are sponsored. We have a sponsor. I'm going to go ahead and pull up their thing here. Should just pop right up. Y'all should see it. Yep, there it is.
It's brought to us by Nachos.
Nachos!
Ah!
That's
So, next time you're hungry, go out and eat some nachos.
Nachos for life.
Mm-hmm.
am I gonna get some overhead for that or?
Well, they help make the show.
You got nachos?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
They
sure.
send us freebies.
Yeah.
I want some,
Yeah.
no money. Though.
So, yeah, sorry, that's all the time you get nachos, but thanks for sponsoring
Pay
the
us
show.
more next time.
We appreciate you having. They help make the show happen. So,
That's true.
yep. I think that's about all we got. Anything else, you
I
guys?
think that's
I think
it.
that's
I'm
it.
good.
Yeah.
I don't know which one we're watching next
Vendi,
week though.
are you good?
Yeah, does anybody have any ideas on what we should watch next?
Next,
Maybe a New Year's.
I mean, I know
What?
Face Off isn't like New Year's related, but for some reason I feel like it should be like new.
we can do Face
New
Off.
face, new you, New Year's.
That's pretty good.
We can think it over. That doesn't have to be set in stone.
I like that idea, but I want to see if there's maybe like a New Year's one.
Okay, yeah, I'm totally down. It's just an
Okay.
idea that
'Cause
occurred to me.
Next week, what's the date on that?
29th?
29th?
Yeah,
29th.
So that could still
yeah,
be
you're right.
Christmas or New Year's. So we could do
We
what was the
Family
other?
Man.
We could do Family Man, Face Off, or maybe another.
Another one if we do some research. That was
Mm-hmm.
just the only thing I could think of because I was like,
I'd be down to watch Face Off, but
I like how Tim added. I don't know if you saw it because the video was lagging, but he's like face. Ah,
I did.
it
Like
says
in-
it in the movie, yeah.
and he actually does that while he's doing my name too. It's
Yeah.
like Harold Richards. Like I just want his face.
Yeah, so that's my only idea for next week. But whatever we come up with, I'm sure it's gonna be fucking fantastic.
It's gonna be
'cause
great,
It's gonna
no?
have Nic Cage in it, so
Exactly. Yeah.
we'll
And we'll gauge it.
gauge it.
All right.
All right then.
Well, that was fucking awesome. I guess we'll peace out.
Yeah.
I want to outro with the video again, just because
Oh,
I
a
fucking.
full 3 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
I love the video.
It's
I love
really
it.
good. Ah, the nachos. Yeah.
Nachos are back. Oh, they better pay us extra next time. That's because I already closed out the video, but whatever. I really do watch this video like a lot. Well, there's this one.
It's really good.
Or how about this? Let's do. Tim Oceans has a video, or has a show, called the Witching Hour, that he does solo from time to time. And I don't think either of you have seen his video for that one, his intro. Let's do that one instead. Let's cross promote the channel here.
Okay.
I think Nachos would appreciate it if we did that because they're really trying to expand their brand right now.
Okay, yeah.
And
People need to be more aware of nachos.
yeah, they are our main sponsor. So again, we've already done our sponsorship and we're all, we've already done our quota or whatever, but eat some damn nachos, man. It's good for the community.
Good for your soul.
Good for the economy. Shop local with your nachos. Get some local nachos. If you have a Puerto Nuevo or a Casa Bonita near you, get your nachos there. Tim actually, yeah, it's not loading. This is my fucking
We
luck
broke
with this
it.
fucking technology, man. Tim wants me to go on a road trip with him and another associate of ours to
fancy.
Casa Bonita. Apparently, the Casa Bonita is in
It's
Colorado,
in Colorado, yeah.
and he was wanting to go.
Nachos, clearly.
I mean, maybe as like appetizer.
Dive off the waterfall.
Definitely. And
Definitely.
get kicked out
Yeah,
for sure.
for life.
So I don't know for sure. We don't know the details on that yet, but it's a thing that has been mentioned. So we'll see.
Casa Bonita,
We'll see how that
Casa
goes.
Bonita.
Oh, these guys are pretty good. Wager Talk TV. I've been watching them for the Betting on Balls show that we do. They have some interesting stuff.
Eventually, I'll finish my book and do Japanese war crimes.
Oh, yeah. So she's reading a book on, was it Unit 731?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Unit 731 was like a compound, like a military operation in Japan during World War II, where they like experimented on people. And, like,
Pretty brutal stuff.
Really
I just haven't
fucked up.
finished. I'm reading a book to do some research on it, and just due to being holidays and pure laziness and wanting to turn my mind off after work, I have not finished the book. But eventually,
Yeah. I mean,
it's
y'all.
gonna be probably not the most fun thing, but I'm gonna try to work some jokes in there.
Yeah, just look it up on Wikipedia. Unit 731. It'll pop right up. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I think this is it. Let me make sure our screen shares up. Yep, we're up. All right, this is the intro to The Witching Hour, Tim Ocean's podcast. I think you guys are going to like this.
Watch. It was first purchased by your great-grandfather during the First World War. It was bought in a little general store in Knoxville, Tennessee. Made by the first company to make wristwatches. Up till now, people just carried pocket watches. It was bought by Private Doughboy Ryan Coolidge on the day he set sail for Paris. This was your great-grandfather's war watch, and he wore it every day he was in that war.
You guys know the voice?
He'd done his duty, went home to your great-grandmother, took the watch off an old coffee can, and in that can it stayed. Till your granddad, Dane Coolidge, was called upon by his country to go overseas and fight the Germans once again.
Oh, there, okay.
World War II.
Oh, that's right. Isn't that from Pulp Fiction?
I
knew that. I was like,
good luck.
knew the speech, but in the movie, or something, but I couldn't figure out. I didn't remember who gave it.
He was killed. Along with all the other Marines at Battle Wake Island. Granddad was facing death. He knew it. None of those boys had any illusions, but they were leaving that island alive, so 3 days with the Japanese on the island, you, Dad, had a gunner on the Air Force transport named Wanaki. Man he never met before in his life. To deliver to his infant son. He'd never seen in flesh. His gold watch. 3 days later, your granddad was dead. Wanaki kept his word. After the war was over, he paid a visit to your grandmother, delivering to your infant father his dad's gold watch. This watch. This watch was on your daddy's wrist when he was shot down at Hanoi.
So in his show, he talks about comic books, sports,
Prison camp.
whatever.
He knew that if the Gooks
He owns a
sold the
comic book
watch
store, or he's about to open one. Actually, he's working on it.
taken away,
Like
the way your
this.
dad looked at it, this watch was your birthright. You'd be
Oh,
dead
it's
if
not.
any slope's gonna put the greasy yellow hand on his birthright. So he hid it. In one place he knew he could hide something, his ass.
Maybe your brother.
5 long years he wore this watch up his ass. And he died of dysentery. Give me the watch. I hid this uncomfortable in the middle of my ass 2 years. And that's 7 years. I'm son of my family. Little man, I give the watch to you.
That's cool.
So his ass watch is now for you. Also worth mentioning, you guys probably don't know this either. We have a band that has been donating their music to the show.
Oh, cool.
They're called Butt Cat.
Love it.
So I'm pretty sure that background music was Butt Cat.
I like it.
And definitely the background music for This show was Butt Cat. I know that one for sure. This one probably was. The one betting on balls is something I found, so that was different. But Butt Cat has been sending us stuff.
That's really neat. I love it.
Cool.
Thank you, Butt Cat.
Yeah. Yep. So that's it, y'all.
All right.
That's Gage and Cage. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.